Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Are you happy to be here tonight? I am. Hello, everyone. My name is Deb Gaddy. I'm a senior director with Stream, and I have the distinct honor this evening to say hello to everyone and to ask one favor, and that is please turn off your cell phones or put them on vibrate. If you have to go out to take a call, you're more than welcome to do so. But I am so honored this evening to have the opportunity to introduce a young man from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Bethlehem Township, Pennsylvania. He is a senior director with Stream, and he is a good friend of mine that I have met while in the business. And I have the distinct honor, and I want everyone to put their hands together, and let's welcome Mr. John Corrado.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? I can't hear you. How you doing tonight? That's a little bit better. Thank you so much, and Deb, thank you very much for the introduction. Guys, it's such an honor to be here. You know, every Tuesday night we get to come together as a group of people, as a team, and tonight's a little extra special. So I can't even tell you how honored and how privileged I am to be here with you tonight. I am all the time, but tonight's extra special, so I'm extra honored and extra privileged to be here. Awesome to be with you. Like Deb said, I am from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. My name is John Corrado. I am a senior director with Stream. And this business idea, this business opportunity you're going to take a look at here tonight has been such a great treat for us in so many different ways. You know, Mike Mentuck, are you in the room? Where's Mike? Mike's not. He's around somewhere. Anyway, Mike, a good friend of mine, a neighbor of ours named Mike Mentuck, about 3 years ago, it was May 3 years ago, came to me and said, John, I think I've got my hands on something that you should probably take a peek at. And I'm an IT director for a pharmaceutical company. I have a lot of stuff on my plate. I work a lot of hours, and they're crazy hours. Married to my wife, Andrew, for 24 years. She's in the process of getting her PhD program right there. She's a busy lady. I've got 4 children. I've got one that's graduated college, my son, John, that's 23. I've got my daughter, Kelsey, that just finished her junior year this year in college. And so she's going to be 21 in July. And then I've got my 2 other younger daughters, Kayla, that's 15. She just finished freshman year in high school. And then my daughter, Leah, who's 11 years old. So a member of the Knights of Columbus, volunteering my time, an IT guy. I play in a band with Jeff Steer. We're in a band together. Way too much on my plate. You get the idea, right? Real busy guy. I took a look at this idea, and I said, man, there's something to this. And really for myself, when I took a look at this business presentation, the one that you're going to look at here tonight, I knew a couple things right away. And there are things I ask myself really every time that someone presents an idea to me. Would it be worth my time? And could I do it? Would it be worth my time? I had taken a look at this slide here, and I saw, well, what does freedom look like to you? And Mike had asked me, Mike said, John, you know, if time and money really weren't an object, what would that mean to you? And I said, well, Mike, I've got 4 children, and I've got 2 of them. At the time, my son John was a freshman in college, and then my daughter Kelsey was going to be going to college, right? She's a junior now, so that's 3 years ago. I said, if I had time and money, certainly on the money side of it, I'm like, I'm going to be paying for college for a long time. I know where my money would go. So I'm not sure what freedom looks like to you, and that's really important to you. But when I saw the income potential in this business and that I could do it, it would be worth my time and I could do it, I said, well, geez, man, if I can generate an extra income stream with a vehicle like this and not quit what I'm doing now, I love what I do, then maybe this is something for me. So freedom looked like to me like, hey, man, let's see if we can generate an extra income stream to free up our time and generate financial independence over the course of time to help offset the cost of college tuition and expenses for us. And I'll tell you what, this business has been phenomenal from that perspective. For you, I want you to just ask yourself a question as we're going through this presentation here tonight. If you had a business vehicle or a system that you could plug into that would generate income and allow you to have time and financial freedom, what would that do for you? What would you use that income for? Is it for vacations for your family? Is it to pay down debt? Is it to pay off student loans that you might have accumulated? Is it for that new car you've always wanted? Is it to take care of a loved one that you'd like to be able to take care of, that you hadn't been able to, maybe donate to an unbelievable cause? So whatever those reasons might be, think about that tonight as you see what the income potential is here from a simple business plan that you're going to look at. I want to introduce you to Stream. Stream is the largest direct selling energy company in the world. We've enrolled millions of customers into Stream, and we've paid out hundreds of millions of dollars to people that have chosen Stream and chosen to be part of Stream's success story along the way. We've received all sorts of accolades and awards for customer service and innovation. Phenomenal company, a proven company with a $7 billion track record over a 10-year period of time. This guy started up in 2005. This is an amazing success story, and I think one of the things that excites me most about this slide right here is that this company, in a 10-year period of time, has generated $7 billion, really just over $8 billion in 10 years. Well, look who really did that. Not the great states. That would be wrong. A lot of people do that. Texas, Georgia, and in the Northeast here, Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland, Washington, D.C., and New Jersey. Phenomenal growth potential. So what happens when we take a successful organization like Stream and marry it up with an expanded opportunity? We're going to get to take a look at that in a minute. The reason these guys have had incredible success in the markets that we're in is they don't do this. A lot of the competitors in our marketplace use traditional advertising. You know, little funny lizards on television. That's pretty cool, though, right? How many people laugh at the lizard? Yeah, I like the lizard. He's pretty cool. You all recognize the logos, right? They spend millions and millions of dollars on hopeful advertising in the hope that you'll purchase services or products from them, which generates revenue for them, which they pour into multi-million-dollar advertising campaigns. So Stream took a look at that business model in the markets that we service and said, there are other companies doing this, and they're not having success. What can we do differently? And they said, you know what? We can have an IP address conflict. No, they didn't say that, actually. They said that, what if we take in these markets where there's unbelievable potential and we allow people to start their own business? How about word-of-mouth advertising? How many people in here recommend a restaurant or a movie? Once in a while, people, right? Sure. How many people don't recommend something because it stinks? Right? Okay, so what we do is we allow you to develop your own income-generating asset, right? By starting your own Stream business, we bring a handful of customers to Stream. These are people that we know, people we love, people that trust us, people we have relationships with. When those customers pay their bills every month for the services that we provide, that generates a lot of revenue for Stream. Instead of pouring that revenue into multi-million-dollar advertising campaigns, what do? They pay us instead. That's exactly right. You have your own business. This model that you saw here already is a $7 billion debt-free model that we get to piggyback and plug into. So why relationship marketing? I already explained that a little bit. Creates loyal customers. These are my friends. These are my family members. These are my next door neighbors, people that I work with. They're loyal customers. They know me, I know them. So they're sticky customers. And it creates an opportunity for everyone who chooses to be part of their success. It's a successful model that you can plug into a system that exists that you don't have to recreate, right? So it's a beautiful thing. Robert Kiyosaki says it best. And you can read the quote here on the screen. If you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, he is wrote one of the #1 financial books of all time, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you've never read it, read it. It's a tremendous read. With very little risk or low risk and very little financial capital, you can, again, create your own income-generating asset and then acquire great wealth. This guy went off to write another book called The Business of the 21st Century, and in that book, he talks about this business model as being the business model for the 21st century. It gets a little more exciting. It was gray states earlier. I said that was the most exciting slide on the map. It is because we're nationwide now in 2015
We started off in the energy business, but we're a services organization. We launched in the mobile industry. This is a phenomenal opportunity for anyone who chooses to participate in it. We're talking about a $1 trillion industry. It's projected to be. There are more phones. My friend Richie Desmond, who's Rich told me this, and I hear him say it all the time. Think about this. There are more phones in the United States than there are toothbrushes. It's pretty gross. I mean, not really, but if you think about it, there are a lot of people that carry around a couple devices at least, right? More phones than people. That's an unbelievable opportunity and great market potential for us. What does it say? If there are 350 million people that carry a phone, that probably, if we had to get a handful of them each, we could probably do that as customers, right? So we'll take a look at that. We also have, and you'll notice the theme there, we're a services organization. Energy, mobile, home-wide services as well. Protective services. I said I'm an IT guy, and I am. I've been one for a long time. And I have these services. So I've got mobile, I've got energy, I have protective services. I'm not a big fan of going home to my family of 6. You hear me now. At the end of the day, dealing with IT problems all day long, and I have my daughter Kelsey or Kayla say, you know, I downloaded this file, and then I had this thing, it locked off all my files on my laptop, I can't play videos anymore, what do I do? I'm like, I know what we do. We call tech support, because I am not tech support, right? So these are services that you can utilize and you can leverage, and they're a fantastic value because they've saved me really a couple dozen hours over the course of about a 1.5 year period of time on stuff like that. And guys, the reason we had so much success is because we have such a simple business plan. It really is, and it's an honor for me tonight to bring up someone that's become really a good friend of mine in this business as a result of this business. I didn't know Brett Morrow before I got started in this business, but about 2.5 or so years ago, I met him for the first time, and I started to come to a weekly presentation like this, and I got to see him week after week. And I started to see this guy change and grow and develop, and not from a knowledge perspective, but just as a guy. I don't know if you can relate to that at all, but some of the people that you get to meet in this business are phenomenal. So he's a successful attorney. He's a terrific husband and father as well. Jackie, right? Is he a good guy? Okay. I'm trying to put him on the spot there for a second. He's an executive director with Stream. He recently promoted to that position. That's a remarkable achievement, and he did it in a few-year period of time. He's a regular guy like us. He's an attorney. So if anybody, I mean, if he can do it, really anybody can do it. God, it's an honor to bring up Executive Director Brett Morrow.
Guys, what's up tonight? How's everybody?
Great.
Look at this crowd, man. Something must be going on here. Well, before I start, I'll tell you very little about myself. I grew up in this town, Phillipsburg. I'm very proud of it. I became Judas about 16 years ago and moved to Easton, Pennsylvania. Anybody who knows Phillipsburg, Easton knows that's a big rivalry. My daughters will tell you on Turkey Day I still root for the Garnet and Gray, though. So I've been an attorney for 24 years. I have to go back 3 years ago, 3 years ago, practicing law for 21 years. A buddy of mine, I do a side job. It's called prosecuting. He's a police officer, Bobby Paulus, wanted me to look at this. Everybody in this room is better than me because for 5 months I told him to go pound sand. Then I finally saw it. And when I saw it, it was direct, it was simple, and I knew it was going to work, and I got it immediately. The next 3 years I've grown tremendously, more ways than just financially. Spiritually, I've learned a lot. Great leaders in this room. So what is this? What is this business? It's a simple business. And I don't want you to overthink it because it's simple. What do? We enroll a handful of customers, and we teach others to do the same. That's all we do. And you're going to see there's 4 ways to earn in Stream. The first way is free essential services. That's the most basic way. The second is called Quick Start Income. Third is monthly earned income. It's called MEI. That is the primary focus of Stream. Last is leadership income. Let's go over those. Free essential services, you see mobile, gas, electric, energy and mobile, two of the biggest industries on earth. How do you obtain free energy and free mobile? Very simple. You see numbers here, 1 through 15. You see free mobile and free energy at the end of the day. What this company does is like no other. They have basically, it's called the highway to freedom. So what are we going to do? We're going to reward along the way. So how do you do this? You decide yourself by understanding that you're spending too much that you'd like to save. And when you share that with 5 more people, you get up to 25% off. It's that simple. So I always say to people, do you love your friends and family? If you knew you were paying too much, if you became educated, would you share that with people so they could save? Well, the answer is sure you would. So you get up to 25. Now, you're not going to stop there because we're not quitters, we're doers. So we go and we share it with another 5 people. Now you get up to 50% off on those bills. And then finally you go get 5 more. And every month they pay that bill, you get free. Just imagine what those 2 bills that you wouldn't have to pay for could do for you and your family. But this is just a start. Now, this is the biggest thing I've learned in this business. Being an attorney for all those years is wonderful. I make good money. I don't have the rags to riches story that my father had. He had the rags to riches. I don't have that, but I did get a good work ethic. But in 20-some years of being an attorney, I get paid and I do all the work. Nobody else does the work for me. If I'm not there, I don't get paid. This business is about leverage. You see J. Paul Getty, brilliant man, very, very wealthy man. Leveraging yourself, would you rather, again, do 100% of the work? Or how about 1% of the work? And get paid on what 100 people do because they do their 1%. That's what leverage is about. Second way to earn income is called quick start income. You see you and 2. I don't want you to overthink this. This is simple. Again, you are a director. You need to qualify. To become a qualified director, you need 5 customer points. How does that happen? Once you get 5 customer points, you get $100 and you become qualified. Stream helps you right off the bat. It takes a couple minutes to become an associate, and it even takes less to get 40%, almost halfway to your first check. It takes literally 20 seconds because we have what's called Stream Marketing System, and it counts for you as 2 customers. So you only need 3 more customers to get paid. And because of our mobile expansion, imagine most people don't even have to call anybody. Most people can convince yourself when you're in the business that you would like to save on a bill you already pay and get paid on that bill. That's what I refer to as a no-brainer. You get quick start income. Now, what do you do as soon as you do that? Well, you share the business with 2 people. You and 2. Not you and 50. Understand the simplicity. You and 2. And what are they going to do? This is a business of simple duplication. They're going to do the same exact thing that you did. They each make the same exact thing you did, with the exception, since you're the one who shared it with everybody who needs a plan B that can become a plan A. You also get paid and you make $300. If you do it in 30 days, where there's people doing it in a day, a couple things happen. Number 1 is you promote, which is more important than the extra $100. You promote to regional director. That gets you into leadership. You'll see why that's important in a second. You make a total of $400. Well, people like stuff. A lot of people like stuff, so we're going to give you stuff. A free customized Stream tablet. If you're not in this business, you've never seen anything like this. It is a very high Android tablet that's in excess of $400, and it's customized. And unlike everybody's tablet in here that on the back of it may have an Apple, that does not generate interest. When I'm sitting in a Panera's and I'm having my coffee and I have my Stream tablet, there's this really cool looking blue and it says Stream. And as people are walking by with their coffee, they go, what's Stream? It's a marketing tool and it works. But most importantly, you got about $800 right off the bat. This is the primary focus of Stream. This is leverage. This is residual. Residual is not like our jobs of work and get paid, work and get paid, work and get paid. You do the work once and you get paid over and over and over again. So what do? Well, there's you. I got my 2. That's my U and 2, and I got 5 customers. And what am I going to teach my team to do? The exact same thing. Now, there will be overachievers, but let's just keep this minimal. You see, I only got 2, but my team already has, I believe, well over 50. I think it's almost 60, in fact. I got 2, but I now have 60 associates. Now I get paid on those because what do? They only get 5 customers. Now they'll go get more. But let's go minimum again. I'm being paid on hundreds of customers, and how many did I get? 5. That's leverage. Now I get paid. They pay you anywhere from 50 cents up to $2. Cool thing about this is only your first level. This is what's called your director code. The money goes up. But even if it was just this, how would you like a check to come in the mail, whether you get out of bed or not, on the 15th of the month for $445? Now, a person with the wrong mindset may think, well, that's not a lot of money. That's a nice car payment every single month that you won't have to pay. That's paying off different bills. That's money put away that's about $6,000 a year that if you do nothing else, you have a heck of a vacation every single year. But see, I've learned I don't see limits on people. Imagine if you just double this. You and 4. Now, until I click, you're going to think, wow, I could make about $900 a month. Nope. This is the compound effect. Everybody still gets 5 customers. Not 30, not 50. And watch what happens. That's almost $12,000 residual income per month, whether you get out of bed or not. Anybody interested in that? Anybody doesn't like that? You can go. I'll meet you at Mariana's across. Now, the cool thing is, it doesn't have to work like this. Imagine if only 50% of it worked. Would you guys be okay with getting a check for $5,500 plus a month? How about if just 10% of it worked? Would it be cool if you got $1,200 a month? That's the power of residual when you get paid over and over and over again. Here's another way we get paid. Leadership income. Make no mistake about it. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a real business for real people, and it's a real opportunity. It takes residual time to grow. So what this company does is they help you along the way and give you leadership income. So you promote to regional director and now do the same thing, but make more money. And now we get $25 endlessly. This is where the game changes. Endlessly. And now managing director. Once again, what happens? You get paid endlessly. It never ends. Level 38, you still get paid. And you see how the numbers go up. We actually have an executive director tonight. That would be me. We have a national director tonight. We have a presidential director tonight. You can see what all these people can make limitless. What does it cost to get in Stream? It's a one-time fee of $375 with that. You guys can read, you see everything. You get a quick start kit, and it's a box. And it's got everything in there that you need. There's nothing we create. It's already done for us. We just follow a plan. Corporate support's outstanding. I annoy them all the time and call them all the time for help. Customer service, my boy Charlie Payne, love him, helps me all the time. And we have trainings all the time. National trainings, regional trainings, local trainings. Stream marketing system, we talked about how that counts as 2 customers. That's your only overhead in this business, $24.95 a month. It runs your business paperless. You only get one piece of paper in this business. It's a 1099. Now, we used to get a whole bunch of paper, too. They were checks in the mail every time. But now we got this cool system to where it's a reloadable debit card, and you probably do direct deposit, so you're not carrying around a whole bunch of money on a card. With this personal website, I am a computer dummy. When I saw this, I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. The best thing about it is it had my name. I couldn't believe it had my name on the computer. That's insane. Advanced training, downline reporting. It does everything for you. Success on Demand is a magazine I read every month. There's a disc I listen to. Everything to help us win, to help us succeed. There are extra benefits with this. We talked about free services, vacations, prepaid vacations. I was blessed enough to become executive director. I went on a glorious trip with a bunch of guys in here to Aruba. Mr. Desmond was floating all day up and down the beach, and it was an absolute blessing. The Mercedes-Benz program. How about a free Mercedes? There is only one caveat. It has to be black. We don't do pink. And world-class training events. We just got back from one about a month ago. It was called Ignition. There were thousands and thousands of people. We have basically a way, we do this 60-day blitz where you can make a lot more money, as you can see. I'm going to stop with this, but I'm going to say one more thing. This business has been a blessing for my family. It has been a learning experience. This is my absolute passion. Everybody in this room, you're on my team. People, if you're seeing this, sometimes you don't dip your toe in the water. You dive in the pool because you know every time the water's pretty good. You know that from experience. Trust what you saw. Your eyes are the key to this.